From fine arts degree to forensic art expert, Lois Gibson holds the Guinness World Record for the most criminals identified through forensic art, and her extraordinary career is infused with a personal drive. At just 21, she survived an attack by a serial rapist. Deciding to fight back in her own way, she left Los Angeles, earned a BFA from the University of Texas at Austin, and began sketching tourists until forging her way into the Houston Police Department as a forensic artist. She produced thousands of portraits. Estimates range as high as 7,000 total drawings, including tourist portraits and fine art. Yet the ones drawn from witness memory were where her true impact lay. Among her most memorable cases is the tragic Baby Grace case. The body of 2-year-old Riley Ann Sawyers was found in a storage container in Galveston Bay, but her face was so badly disfigured from abuse and decomposition that it was unrecognizable. Lois created a facial reconstruction of the child in about 45 minutes. When the sketch was shown to family members, Riley Ann's grandmother recognized her immediately. This identification allowed the police to connect the child to her caregivers and gather evidence, which ultimately led to the arrest and conviction of the people responsible for her death. Another striking case involved a young murder victim who came to be known as Beloved Doe. His body was discovered near Houston, and investigators determined that he had been a blind boy who was starved to death by his mother in 2003 and then discarded in an apartment dumpster. Lois Gibson created a sketch of the boy that was released publicly, showing what he might have looked like in life. Years later, the image was broadcast again on television, and a family member recognized him as José Bernardo Martinez. That recognition finally gave the child his name back, allowed investigators to trace his background, and provided the family with long-awaited answers about his tragic fate. She created age progression sketches to help apprehend a man who had evaded capture for 30 years, and within 10 days of her updated drawing, the suspect was found. Beyond active investigations, Gibson lent her expertise to historical mysteries, supporting the identification of people in the famous VJ Day kissing sailor photo, and analyzing likenesses in disputed images of Billy the Kid and Jesse James. She authored Faces of Evil, a true crime book chronicling her most riveting cases, and Forensic Art Essentials, a textbook used to train emerging forensic artists. She taught at Northwestern University's Center for Public Safety and trained forensic artists in countries such as Israel, Portugal, and Romania. By the time she retired in 2021, Lois Gibson's artistry had helped identify 1,313 criminals, cementing her legacy as the most accomplished and prolific forensic sketch artist in history.